Hello all, welcome to Turning Points. This is the first video in the weekly series of part-time traders and investors hub. In this series, we'll be discussing on the strategies which takes very less time and very less market knowledge. So basically, the working professionals who are not having much time to spend with market can also implement these strategies. In today's video, we'll be discussing about the strategy where we use three indicators on the chart of ICICI Bank, and I'll be filling this template along with the video, and at the end of the video we will see in which month or which trigger of entry how much is a return generated, and we will also calculate the average returns from year 2004 till 2023. The strategy comes with the setup details and then the rules, entry rules and the exit rules, and we also discuss when to um, check regularly the updates for your entry and exits. Okay, then comes to the chart setup. So we will open the chart in with the weekly candles, and then we apply the super trend with the settings of 10 and 3, and then we also apply the volume bars in the bottom with the 20 moving average plotted on the volume bars. And then we also apply RSI with the default setting of 14, and we adjust the threshold as 50. So this is the band we select for 50, and then comes the entry rules. So before discussing the entry rules, I will just quickly show you the um, on the chart regarding the setup. Okay, let's see the chart settings as per our strategy. So here I have opened the Jiroda's kite platform, and you can also use the charting platform which your broker is providing, or you can also use the trading view if you have an account. So the first setting on the chart is the time frame. So here I have selected 1 week, and then the type of the chart, it is candles. And then the first indicator is the super trend. So to apply indicators, so you would go here and then type in the indicator name. Here, for example, I'm showing you one indicator how to apply. So here you get the super trend. So once you click on this, you will get the super trend plotted on the chart. We are keeping the time of the video in mind, so I'm not applying all the indicators. So let me know in the comment section if you want to know how to apply the indicators on the chart. So I'll take it up in the next videos. So the most important part is the rules, the entry and exit rules. So when to buy the stock and when to sell it. So the buy rules are, the first rule is the super trend turning green with the arrows upward, and the second rule is the volume bar, which is crossing the 20 moving average line, and the third rule is RSI 14 is greater than 50 line. Okay, and the exit rules, we need to sell when the super trend turns red with the downward arrows. And today we are discussing mainly on the stock of ICICI Bank. So I have selected ICICI Bank because when I backtested with this strategy, the ICICI Bank has given tremendous returns. Sometimes 100%, sometimes 50%, 10% minimum. I have not seen any time entering into loss with this strategy. That doesn't mean that in future also it will not enter into the losses. There will be losses, but all we need to do is keep the losses in control. How often we need to check the entry and exit criteria? It's only over the weekend, because we have selected the chart with weekly candles. So every candle closes on Friday, end of the day. So if you check on Saturday or Sunday, the rules, it's sufficient. And Monday you can take the action. Backtesting of ICICI Bank for this strategy. So there are three rules for this strategy. First one is a super trend, which is set for 10 and 3. And whenever the super trend gives the positive trigger with this green arrows, and then this is the first criteria for our entry. Then the second criteria is the volume, the 20 moving average of the volume. these bars of the volume should cross the 20 moving average of the volume. And then the third criteria is RSI 14 should be greater than 50. So when these three criteria are met, this is our entry trigger. So we will also do the back test. So this strategy works on some stocks very beautifully, and then some stocks it will not work. So back testing results of the stock which you want to implement the strategy is very important. So the time frame of the chart is 1 week. So I have observed from the beginning of this stock, I have already done the back test. The 1 week time period of is working very good for ICICI especially. Okay, then we will start with the first trigger, which is, so the beauty of stock market is the history repeats itself. So the strategy which is working 10, 15 years back will still work. So you see here the trigger was already on. So we will enter at 60, but the criteria for the volume is also met. Let me check by zooming in. Okay, this is the bar, and we see that it is already touching. And then the RSI is above 50. So this is our entry, the first entry of the stock at 60. And then comes the exit part. So exit is based on the super trend when it changes the color of the super trend to negative. So that is somewhere here, which is at 87. So if you see within a span of 1.5 years, you have gained around from 60 to around 90. So this is the starting point. So this is somewhere around 90, which is a 50% return on the stock. Then comes the second trigger, which is basically here, and you see that there is no volume trigger for it. So we got the signal here, 18th of September 2006, but from the super trend one and also from RSI, but the volume is not supporting here. So we will ignore that trigger and go for the next one, which is again in 2009. So we got a trigger somewhere 95 rupees, and we enter at 95. We got an exit somewhere here at 182. This is almost double of your investment. Okay, and that too within a span of an year, or even I think it is somewhere in 1.5 years, your investment is double here. Okay, then we got the next trigger here. The volume is high, and trigger is somewhere around 169. So you consider as 170, and the exit is somewhere here at 190. So here we got approximately 10% return, which is within a year. We got the next triggers here at 207. You see the exit is somewhere around 281, which is again a very good return of 40%. Similarly, I have backtested the data till 2022 and 2023. The trigger is active. So I have listed all this backtested data, the results into the Excel sheet. Let's go to that. We are ready with the backtested data from 2004, and I have entered the entry price and the exit price, also calculated the return percentages for every trade. And as you see, most of the time we are in the profit zone except this one trade. And if you see the average returns per trade, it is 34.5%. And the main reason for selecting this ICICI Bank for this backtest is it is still relevant now to enter into this stock. So you can see in May 2023. We got a trigger at the price of 945, and luckily the stock price is still near to this price. You can also see on the chart. So we got a trigger at 945 around, and the stock price is still at 950 now. So if someone is very much confident on this strategy after seeing our backtested result, someone wants to enter, you can take entry here as well. But this is not a buy recommendation from my side. Even I might be having some stocks of ICICI Bank. Thank you very much for watching till the end. Please provide your feedback and requests in the comment section. I'll be reading all your comments